We begin tonight with the defection of the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, from his ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, to the main opposition People's Democratic Party, PDP. Dr. Saraki broke the news of the defection on his social media handle this evening, where he says, and I quote, "I wish to inform Nigerians that after extensive consultations, I have decided to take my leave of the All Progressives Congress, APC." His social media message comes after several weeks of speculations that he will drop the ruling party. Dr. Saraki then released a statement where he says, and I quote again, "This is not a decision that I have made lightly. If anything at all, I have tarried for so long and did all that was humanly possible, even in the face of great provocation, ridicule, and flagrant persecution, to give opportunity for peace and reconciliation." End of quote. He also went further to state what he considered his fallout point with the APC structure. And he says again, "I have realized all along that there are some others in the party leadership hierarchy who do not think dialogue was the way forward and therefore chose to play the fifth columnist. These individuals went to work and ensured that they scuttled the great efforts and the good intentions of these leaders of the party. Perhaps had these divisive forces not thrown the cogs in the wheel at the last minute and in the manner that made it impossible to sustain any trust in the process, the story today would have been different." End of quote. The Senate President had announced the defection of 14 senators from the APC to the main opposition PDP last week before the National Assembly went on recess. Meanwhile, the governor of Kwara State, Abdul Fattah Ahmed, has followed suit, announces his defection from the APC to the PDP. He's the second governor in recent weeks to have dumped the ruling party after the governor of Benue State, Samuel Ortom. In a statement, the governor says that he is dumping the APC for the PDP after he realized that the party cannot serve as a platform for achieving the aspiration and expectations of his people. Governor Ahmed served as a commissioner when Dr. Saraki was governor of Kwara State before he succeeded him in 2011. You can see Dr. Saraki's supporters screaming there. The news of his defection did not take many of them by surprise as they stormed the streets of Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, in jubilation. While many of them sing and dance in show of solidarity, others burnt brooms, which is the symbol of the APC, to show their defection from the party. Some of them told Channels Television that the defection is a long time coming.
It is a thing of joy amidst jubilation in Kwara State, and in particular the Kwara State capital, Ilorin. As you can see, the supporters and followers of the Saraki political dynasty are jubilating and are happy. In Kwara, we know nobody than Dr. Abubakar Bukola Saraki Oloye.
It's a perfect decision made by them. It's obvious that in the last 3 years, we have not benefited from the APC-led government. Come to appointment, the state has not been given a fair deal.
But before Dr. Saraki's announcement, supporters of the newly appointed caretaker committee chairman of the APC in Kwara State, Mr. Bashir Bolariwa, staged a protest to demand the expulsion of the Senate president from the party. The protesters, led by Mr. Taiwo Awodiji, stormed the headquarters of the party, carrying placards and calling for fresh registration of members in order to ascertain those loyal to the party before the 2019 general elections.
You gentlemen of the press, we are not unaware of the recent developments in the political scene of Nigeria. We are a number of legislators defected from APC to some other parties. Kwara State is mostly affected with this. As a result of this, we are not pleased, and we forwarded a letter to this effect to the National Secretariat, making a number of demands. Among one of these demands is the immediate dissolution of the ESCO, the Balogun-led ESCO in Kwara State. And to God be the glory, our able chairman, national chairman, His Excellency Adam Mosiomole, is able to take the bull by the horn. Yesterday, the Kwara State ESCO was dissolved. Before this decision of yesterday, the party has been granted and stagnated in Kwara because the party leadership is is directly under the control of Senator Bukola Saraki. But with this development, the party is going to be repositioned very soon. We want the national chairman and the team to look into other demands that we have made. Number one of them, again, is the expulsion of Senator Bukola Saraki. Besides that, there are some other demands we have also put across to the National Working Committee. One of such is registration of membership, fresh registration of membership in Kwara State.
Dr. Bukola Saraki is making a return to the People's Democratic Party, a party where he served as governor for 8 years. In this next report, our political correspondent, Seun Okinbaloye, gives us events leading to the day's defection.
Many will say they saw this coming. Dr. Bukola Saraki's latest activities and his recent circle of friends may have said it all. Meetings and consultations with APC hierarchy, that will not stop the Kwara lawmaker from moving to the other side.
I have no comment.
1 minute.
I have no comment.
The Senate President and the Kwara State Governor have been political friends for some time now. Both men have signaled recently that the APC is no longer feeling like home to them.
You have not met your aspirations as a people in APC.
Saraki was a two-term governor of Kwara State. Those 8 years he spent under the PDP platform. In 2014, he was one of those who orchestrated the movement of the new PDP and some federal lawmakers out of the then ruling PDP. He was serving for the first time as a senator.
We have not been afraid.
His election as a Senate president was perhaps one of the most tumultuous period of his political career. Saraki is seen as a politician with great attention to details and a man of strategy. He's perceived as a man who defeated his own father, and the politics he learned from him. It is a return home for Dr. Saraki. Interestingly, he has made the move outside of the legislative chambers. What could play out should the parliament reconvene can only be imagined.
Yours sincerely.
Seun Okinbaloye for Channels Television News.
Now let's get some perspective on this gale of defections in the country. And joining me to discuss this is a senior lecturer in the Department of Political Science, Dr. Kayode Eshola. You're welcome to the news at 10.
Thank you.
Now, many saw this coming. I'm sure you did as well. But do you see anything changing significantly in the political space with this movement by the Senate President?
Well, the movement of a Senate President, for that matter, is very heavy, and there's no doubt that some drastic things will occur within the Nigerian political space. Some changes will definitely occur. Whether those changes will be positive or otherwise may be a matter of debate, but changes must occur. When politicians move, especially at those very high levels, they move with a lot of people, they move with a lot of influences, they move with a lot of sentiment, and they move with a lot of panics, across the places. So, if you look at what happened in Kwara State immediately after the defection, you will see that people began to sense certain things in the air. And this sensing may go in the way of mass defection to follow Saraki. It could also manifest in terms of counter-defection to be able to balance the political space. Whichever pattern is going to take, we may not be able to know immediately, but definitely, it is going to change a lot of things.
Well, the national body of the PDP has been saying, yes, welcome home. But at the state level, some members may not appear to be as comfortable and as receptive.
It's natural. It's natural because politics is all about space. When you are at the state level, you think you have the micro system to yourself, and the spaces there, which may not be wide enough for you to cover, is now being threatened. Are now being threatened by another big wave coming from the national level. It may make a lot of people uncomfortable at the state level. You may also need to look at the PDP itself as a party. Has it been able to resolve its own internal contradictions that will make anybody go to the street and say, uhuru, that Saraki is moving back to the PDP, considering Atiku, considering other big wins that are in that party. So the movement, I said, is going to change a lot of things, but we're not sure whether the changes will be positive or otherwise, as I've just
Now let's look at the governors now. First, it was Governor Samuel Otom of Benue State,
yes.
Then the governor of Kwara State, Abdullah Fattah Ahmed. Do you foresee more governors joining the train?
Yeah, it's clear more governors are going to join.
Why is it so clear?
It's so clear because the wind of this defection is caused by three fundamental issues, ideological issues. We've always said that the party APC is a party of strange bedfellows. It didn't prevent them from winning election, but winning election is not the ultimate in democracy. It is sustaining the power that is ultimate. It is now manifesting clearly that those who are in APC are divided into two. There are APC members by nomenclature, there are APC members by ideology. Whichever case, the crisis is coming out to show. So you expect more governors to move.
Now, what kind of political calculations do you see in the country going forward?
Well, could you take that question again?
Political calculations in the country going forward.
Within the political class itself?
Yeah, probably.
Yes, I mean, as I said, the fundamental thing is that it's going to change a lot of things. There will be alignment and realignment of forces. That is definite. If the Senate president has moved and two governors have moved, and many other people are also planning to move, what you expect is that there will be alignment and realignment of forces that may give APC a very tough operation come 2019. It doesn't have to necessarily manifest in the results that we had in 2015.
Okay.
It will be something close to it, but definitely it's going to be a very tough and perhaps very interesting one come 2019 when we shall be having the general elections.
Interesting times indeed. Thank you so much, Dr. Kayode Eshola, for speaking with us on the news at 10.